Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is REX and this is my Let's Discuss YouTube channel. I'm thinking about actually turning this into like just a mukbang channel because all I do is eat. If you haven't noticed that, I can highlight some specifically Black owned restaurants. But for now, it's just going to be a Let's Discuss. But first, definitely, if you have not yet, click like and subscribe so that you can be subscribed to my channel and check out more videos as they come. Still kind of figuring out the style that I'm gonna do and just how I'm gonna do my videos, so bear with me. And I'm still learning editing, so again, bear with me, but I definitely am enjoying this and having fun, and I hope you are too. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it is too much with REX, TEW with REARIE. And a blog is actually coming up. In my last video, I mentioned my blog site. It is now down. It is closed because I needed to get my own domain. I thought I got confused with WordPress.org and WordPress.com. And if you are a blogger you may have known that there are two different WordPress sites. So I found out that I was using the wrong WordPress site and that I needed to get my own domain and pay for that and then use WordPress.org for free, whereas I was paying for WordPress.com. So anyways, there was a lot of aggravation with that, which is actually why I haven't even done a video in a while, because I've been trying to figure out how I want to set up my site. And that's just why I haven't done a video in like a few weeks. So now I'm going to bring you actually some old news, unfortunately, because I honestly wasn't finding too many topics to talk about. Nothing that interesting anyway, nothing to do a video about. But because this colorism thing came up, and as a light-skinned woman, I felt that I should discuss this, because often as light-skinned women, we forget that we are also Black. I mean, I don't, but there are a lot of light-skinned women. That's why we're often known as the colder, the colder of the darker skin group, I guess. Because there were memes, for a long time. I don't know, do people still do those light skin memes? They might. I know they do them on men sometimes still, and they're hilarious. I love them, but a lot of that is because of the stereotype of light skinned women. But with DaniLeigh, she is actually not even light skinned. So I don't know why she decided to do this. So if you haven't heard, and where have you been? If you haven't, DaniLeigh went on Instagram and posted like her little song that she did, calling, basically it just says yellow bone is what he wants, or whatever, over and over and over again, which, okay. It is, first off, don't waste your time if you haven't listened to it, because it's a terrible song. I don't know, I guess she's singing off key, doing that whole auto-tune thing. So the song is not good. So it's not even catchy. So at least, you're gonna be ignorant, do it. Do it in key, do it on beat. But she did it. So I'm sure the baby was supportive of it. I guess she must have been doing the music thing. I guess that might be what she's known for. I was listening to the read, and they were talking about how she was doing music, that they met her at Essence Fest or something, and that Asante introduced, if you don't, if you listen to the read, you would know these people, but if you don't, go listen to the read so you can learn who they are. Asante's on actually the Friend Zone, so you can listen to that, and I believe he also has his own podcast on music, which I have not really listened to because I tend to be a little more behind in the whole music thing. So I actually was I actually subscribed to it so that I could start listening to it to get some more artists on my radar. But I'm behind on that because I mainly listen to The Read. That is the top podcast I listen to, which is why I always talk about it. But you can check him out as well. But if you want another podcast as well, The Friend Zone's a great one, and he's on that, as well as Dustin and Fran, who you would know if you are big in the natural hair community. Hey Fran, hey, because she's been pretty popular, started being really popular on YouTube. So watch them. But anyways, I guess DaniLeigh does music, I guess. I have never heard, that was the first song I've ever heard of hers, and it wasn't a good first impression, so I probably won't be checking out any of her other music. So she's a beautiful girl, and I've said that before. I said that on the podcast, that she's a gorgeous girl, but she's actually Dominican. She's a white Dominican girl or woman, whatever. She has this curly short hair that's super cute, whatever. But the fact that she made a song talking about how she's yellow bone and that's what he likes, and she's not even Black, that really bothered me. And the first person that made me realize that was Damn Zoe. If again, you probably know him if you be on the YouTubes and Twitters and stuff, especially if you're on Black Twitter and stuff. Goddamn Zoe. You can follow him on Instagram, Twitter, watch his YouTube videos. He does My See Mondays. He was the first person that said that she wasn't Black, which I had already recorded my podcast before I saw that. And I actually thought maybe she was like mixed or something, because these days, a lot of white people, you cannot tell that they're white these days. These days they're really tanning themselves and using these bronzers and to get that look of some type of a mixed person or ethnic, or these days I'm noticing a lot of that. And that's another issue that I think is big when we talk about colorism and this appropriation that white people are doing. And I think they're able to do that because as Black people, we have a lot of colorism within the community, and they're kind of able to get away with it. And the fact that men are attracted to these, I guess, ethnic looking women, because these are who these rappers are dating. And one of the biggest examples of that was when 50 Cent and Lil Wayne were discussing the type of women they like. He just degrading Black women or darker skinned women. Oh, something that has always bothered me, because I have always found brown skinned women, dark skinned women are gorgeous. Like, I think it is crazy. Like, even younger, like, I think I always thought it was weird that people didn't like darker skinned women, or like they would always call them ugly and stuff, because I thought that was so weird, because their skin was like mad clear. They always had this glow, and like a beautiful brown skinned woman, like a chocolate woman. Listen, like, really, us light skins, we bruise when we scar. You can just see it so much easier. And I mean, we're beautiful too as Black women, but I guess in my mind, I just don't see how people can find deep chocolate skin so ugly. And it just shows how we still have some growing to do. It all started with slavery. And it's because, the slaves that were lighter skinned, worked in the house. They almost seemed like they were better. And it was just, if you've done your research, you understand that this is integrated, I guess, into our culture. Because as a Haitian woman myself, it is still a big part of the Haitian culture. They talk trash. about dark skinned people constantly. Even the dark skinned people talk trash about dark skinned people, because for them, if you are lighter skin, you are beautiful. If you have, that good hair, you are considered beautiful. So this is something that is deep rooted in all of our cultures. And I know Haitians like to think that they're not considered black or they're different from black Americans, but you're not. You are still black. When a white person sees you, they are going to see a nigga. So we also need to get over that. I get so sick of hearing a lot of Haitian people they almost think that in the way that they're better than black Americans, and that is a big issue in our community as well. So there is just a lot of deep rooted issues that we have with each other. The fact that she can do that and her black man can support her doing that, because she's dating a black man who commented on the song with, I think it was like yellow hearts or something. And in support of her. And that is truly what irritates me and often causes me to not even want to date, is when I see these types of things on the internet and the way these men, these black men, these successful black men with black daughters, black baby mothers, can support that. If you are dating a girl, and I don't even have a problem that he's dating her or with her, whatever, but you should be able to educate her as a black man. Like, don't post that, don't record that. This is gonna cause some issue. And maybe he's seen it and he just was like, he don't care, because most likely they're not gonna be together in a few months, or I don't know, I maybe give it a couple more months before we see on like the shady room or something that they're not together anymore. Maybe he don't care. It's just like, this is a cute girl for now to be on my shoulders until I find another cute girl that I want instead. So, it's possible that he just simply doesn't care. Because I do know a lot of these men just, they don't care. They're dating the girl for the looks, for the, whatever. They know they just want to get up and date a rapper so that they can do their music thing, which is probably what she's doing as well. So, we'll see with that. But it is something where I do feel that if I'm a black woman and I choose to date a white man, I'm not going to be like, oh, that's cool to post. I'm not going to support you posting something that I know is clearly racist and ignorant. I'm going to be like, nah, because to me, as your girl, it's my responsibility to make sure you're educated on that, because I'm your girl. If we are supposedly going to have a future together, we're going to have black kids. They're going to be considered black. Even if they're mixed or whatever, they're still considered black. So I'm not trying to have you posting things like that and miseducate our future children. No. And I'm not going to be walking next to you so that people can be like, oh yeah, just having people looking at me crazy, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So now the baby looks crazy, basically, to me. But we'll see how long their relationship lasts anyway. But she gave her little backhanded apology where she said she didn't realize she didn't realize at the time what she was doing, basically, and she never meant to hurt anybody. She just, and in the comments, she said that she was just celebrating light-skinned women and blah, blah, blah. But her apology, again, shows how ignorant she is, and she clearly needs education, because even in her apology, she was like, I don't see color. I was just, basically saying, oh, she doesn't see color. She was just having fun and she didn't mean to hurt anybody. I hate when people say they don't see color, because yes, you do, because how'd you know you were yellow bone? How do you even know what yellow bone is, hun? So And you clearly were trying to do some backhanded stuff because you know that his baby mother doesn't even like you and she's a dark-skinned woman. So don't tell me you don't see color. Because what is stupid, because then you wouldn't even have made the bad, terrible song anyway, and that freaking caused my ears to bleed because you don't supposedly don't see color. So why'd you make the song, girl? Why'd you make the song? So of course, within, I think it was the same week or like the following week. Anyways, not too long after, Rick Ross, he had a video that popped up. Basically, he went on some show, and when they had two girls, a lighter skinned girl and then a darker skinned girl. The lighter skinned girl also had like, a crop top, or whatever, the heels, whereas the darker skinned girl had the more, I guess, hipster look, I guess. I don't know. I might be wrong on that. But like, she wore like a button plaid like shirt. She had like the twists or whatever, and jeans. Like she was dressed, I guess, more comfortable, I guess. More chill. She gave me maybe a little bit of Lauryn Hill vibes. So they said that the light-skinned girl did a better job singing and all this stuff, whereas the darker-skinned girl, she wasn't a right fit and this and that. But everybody who saw the video was like, the darker-skinned girl is clearly a much better singer, and she was. So people were talking about his colorism and how these dark-skinned men and very ugly men love to judge women when they themselves are dark-skinned, not good-looking. Specifically, Rick Ross sweats just from sitting. So he needs, I remember some woman on the Breakfast Club one time was talking about how Rick Ross was fine to her and she may need to Febreze him down. I was like, girl, I don't watch the Breakfast Club anymore because I don't like Charlemagne. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video, but back when I used to watch Breakfast Club, when that woman said that, I was like, yo, I want more for us. That's all I'm gonna say. I want more for us. So anyways, I pretty much agree with all the comments and what basically everyone was saying, and I'm really just going to repeat a lot of that. And it is that in our community, unfortunately, especially in the hip hop culture, we are not giving opportunities to women the same way we are giving them to men. As a Black woman, we need to lift each other up, but our men should be lifting each other up. I mean, our men should be lifting us up. They will lift each other up. Like people like Kodak Black and him, if he was judged by how he looked, you think he would be successful? I mean, he's in prison now, so he's probably good, but he's probably done. But oh, well, he's pardoned, but I think he has like other cases or whatever. So I think he can still be doing time or something. I don't know. I don't like him, so I don't waste my time researching what's going on with him. But with Black men like Lil Wayne and Kodak Black, Rick Ross, even The Dream, who was also in that. I forgot who else was in the video on that show or whatever. But these are all men who are being critical of women when, to be real, without their money, they would be nothing. We would not even look at them. And I think that as women, we're giving these men all this power because, just like that girl, that woman said on the Breakfast Club, she would Febreze them down. Maybe she likes big men, she might. But I wonder, would she say the same thing if he was just some dude walking down the street? Would she really say the same thing? Would she be willing to give that? And I can say, even for me in dating, I feel like I am often giving Black men the benefit of the doubt when they're not giving me the benefit of the doubt. I feel like we are often made, as Black women, we are often made to look the other way when it comes to our men and support them. But when it is vice versa, I often feel that we are not given the opportunity, because they can joke about us. They can joke like, oh, her ankles were ashy, or her feet are ugly, or she doesn't have good hair, or I don't date girls that wear lace front. Like, they have requirements, plus want us to be able to not only work, but also to cook, to also clean, to also have children, to also be able to take care of those children. And we're expected to our outward appearance so perfect, while they're gaining weight, eating whatever they want, having babies all over the place. But we can't do that though. Anyways, back to the colorism. Back to the colorism. I'm gonna say that both girls in those videos, they sang well. They definitely sing better than me, because I can't sing. I'm tone deaf. So but the Black girl was a much better singer. I do think that it wasn't even only about light-skinned. I think because one showed her body more and had that figure, and you know how, if you seen a Rick Ross video, you've seen how those girls look. That lighter skinned one matched that, and the darker skinned woman did not. And I do think that's another thing we need to work on, is, as Black women, why are we always so sexualized as well? As women, I feel that if we are not sexual or sexualized, we're not worthy. But then, because when we're sexualized, we're loose women. So I think that we also need to change that aspect, or that view, I guess, that we have of our women. And the women do this to each other. It's not only the men that do this. We do this to each other, because we will see somebody walking with, like, I don't know, a short skirt or something, and be like, where's she going? She might be pushing a baby. Oh gosh, never mind if she's pushing a baby carriage or holding a baby or something. And we judge too. So part of it is how we grew up in our culture and everything, but I do think it is something as a community we have to work on and have to change about ourselves. So I need y'all to comment below and just talk about your feelings on colorism and how colorism has affected you. Let me know of your experiences. Let me know of examples. Have you been colorist? And no judgment here. Make sure in the comments. I don't want y'all fighting in the comments, okay? Because I'm not going to read them if you are. Don't be fighting in the comments, or I'm going to have to shut them off. Or I'll figure it out, or block you if I can. I don't know, because I haven't figured this all out yet. But definitely comment. Again, subscribe if you haven't yet. Like if you haven't yet. And wait for my next video. Follow me on Instagram so you can get all my updates. And I also post on Instagram. I'm trying to be more regular with it. I'm still kind of learning how to edit and all that. So, and do all my like reposts and stuff that I see that's going on. So bear with me, but I will often post whatever hot topics are going on, and also updates on when I record have my podcast up, and also when I have a YouTube video up. You can also follow me on Twitter. It's the same name, Too Much with REXTEW, much with ARIE. I'll have it somewhere in the clip once I figure out how to add it to the video. So maybe up here, maybe down somewhere. I don't know, because I don't know what I'm doing really. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I definitely hope you come back again to watch. Toodles!